Hello, NYE. I'm gonna have to be talking really loud in order for this to hear me because this is my boyfriend's computer and the microphone seems to be just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, yeah, I am currently the epitome of lazy because I've just had a shower, so my hair's still wet. So, and because I don't want to get dressed, because when I do get dressed, it's got to be into my work uniform, and I don't want to show you my work uniform because that's lame, I thought I'd just shovel my onesie, so I'm sitting here in my onesie with my hair wet to do this video. That's how much I love you guys. Honestly, you wouldn't find anyone lazier than me. I think I am the laziest person I have ever met, and any of you would have ever met. You can't contest that. Let's start with Lexi's questions. Lexi! Do you like writing in caps? Well, I do to put, obviously, excitement across, and if I want to be like, oh my god, this is amazing. But I don't write in caps. I actually just use the shift key and hold it and type, so I never use the actual caps lock. I don't know, I just don't like using caps lock, so I kind of do and I kind of don't. Yeah. Say the first 3 words you can think of. Dirty mince pie, because my boyfriend has left a mince pie on the bedside table and that is annoying. And it's not even December yet. Can you do any weird impersonations or cool ones too? I can do a few impersonations, but they're not of actual like celebrities, they're just like really random things. I can do 2 impersonations from Puss in Boots. One of them is Puss and one of them is the O-Cat. If you haven't seen Puss in Boots, you are missing out. But this is how Puss sounds. Puss in Boots. That's that. And the O-Cat is pretty much a cat that whenever something dramatic happens just goes, oh. That's the O-Cat. There's another impersonation I can do, which is from New Girl, because me and my boyfriend watched New Girl for like the whole series. And yeah, so she does this Kermit the Frog impression, and I can do that once or twice. That's the Kermit the Frog impression. Do you freak out when your phone, computer or iPod starts dying? I only freak out if it's the laptop and I can't find the charger, because then I'm like, oh my god, it's all the way over there and I can't reach it. If my phone freaks out and I don't need it, I'm like, nah, can't be bothered. But if my iPod freaks out and I'm on the train home, freaks out? If my iPod starts dying and I'm on the train home, I do get a bit annoyed because then I have to listen to people on the train. And I don't know if you've ever been on the commuter train, but that is boring. Really boring, because you're just surrounded by businessmen and they're just boring. So yeah, I have to have music on that train. If my iPod dies, I'm like, no! But I don't freak out. Favourite number? I was gonna say 13. But I think my favourite number is number 2. Because when I was little and I used to watch Thomas the Tank Engine with my brothers, or just by myself, not gonna lie, but my favourite train was the number 2, and he was called Edward, and he was really sweet, and he was always the smart one, he was big and blue, and that was my favourite train, so that's why number 2 is my favourite number. Do you like sneezing? I only like sneezing if it's the full thing. If you're kind of just like, and then it doesn't come out, that's annoying. I don't like them sneezes. But I don't like spluttering over everyone either, so I can sneeze by myself. But did you know, random fact of the day, from Lem, yes, this is me, if you sneeze 8 times in a row, that is the equivalent to an orgasm. Like the same nervous system reaction. Just thought I'd let you know. So if you sneeze like more than once in a row, you've had a partial orgasm. Did Lexi make a good decision to cave and finally read The Hunger Games? Yes, she did. Because I don't normally like first person books, but The Hunger Games I do like. and the film's good, and yep, now I've read the books, I just love them very much. I could read them again, and I probably will read them again, and I'm always going to keep reading them because I do really like them. Favourite app on your phone? I have an Android phone. Here it is. It's called an Xperia, and it's pretty gay. But look who the background is. Can you see that? Can you see? Yeah, you getting this, Lexi? I have this app on my phone, which is like a Tamagotchi, which is like a little interactive pet, and it was only like 60p, and yeah, it's asleep right now, but you look after it, and it's like a little cute blob, and it's like the most adorable thing ever. That's got to be like my favourite app on my phone. It's nothing useful or like important, but it just helps me through my lectures because they're boring. So that's what I do in my lectures. That's what I'm spending my uni life doing right now. I had to leave like halfway through making this because someone knocked on the door, and it was a delivery from my boyfriend, and I actually answered the door in this, and she was like, "That's a very fetching onesie you have," and I was just like, "Well, thank you." But number 9, on a scale of 1 to Hannah-Beth, how pretty are peacocks? Very pretty, but not as pretty as Hannah-Beth because she is like gorgeous. How can you not say that? But peacocks are really, really pretty animals. If I could have one of them as a pet, I would. But if it started molting everywhere, imagine that. Do birds molt? Is that the right word? Drop feathers? Yeah, that's what I meant. Can we marry Hannah-Beth? Yes, the both of us can marry Hannah-Beth, and everyone is invited to our wedding. Like everyone, even people we haven't even met before, just see people on the street and go, "You're coming to our wedding, we're marrying Hannah-Beth." Yes, Lexi, we are marrying Hannah-Beth. Animals do you own? I have 2 cats. I used to have a hamster, but it died on fireworks night. I have 2 cats, one's called Sherbet and one's called Smokey, and they are the cutest things ever. They're really random names, but it's because my surname is Lemon. So Sherbet Lemon, it kind of works. Smokey's just Smokey because he's grey, he's a grey tabby, but Sherbet is a black fluffy cat, so he's not even white, but yeah. They are really sweet. I love Smokey more than Sherbet. I shouldn't really say that, but I do because Sherbet doesn't really like me, and yeah, just got to deal with it really. Favourite soda? Well, I don't say soda, I say fizzy drinks over here, like favourite fizzy drink. I absolutely love Dr. Pepper, but if I can't get Dr. Pepper, I buy cherry cola or cherry coke, and I have a bottle of it. It's empty, but it's all the way over there, and I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna get it. Now we're on to Dee's questions. Hello, Dee. Favourite artist? I'm guessing you mean as in painter, artist, not musician, because otherwise you would have said musician. I'm not being stupid or anything, but my favourite like art artist, I did art at school, and I used to really like Damien Hirst because he was weird, and David Hockley because he used to do really good things with photography, like he'd take loads of photos and put them together to make a big picture of something, which I thought was pretty cool, and I could actually use him in my art stuff, but I'm not really into artists that much. I just, if I like something, I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I never really take down the name of the artist, and then I'm a bit crap like that. Least favourite odd number? Straight away, I think it's number 7. I just don't like the number 7, it just looks weird. I think if I'd rather have number 6 or 8 than 7 as well. I don't know, I just don't like number 7. If you could be named anything in the world, what would it be? My dad used to joke with me that if they'd named me after someone in my family, I'd be called a Hepzibah, which I don't think is a real name. I'm just like, Dad, you blatantly made that up. But I don't know, I quite like my name. I always say that I don't because I'm like, oh, only old ladies with cats have my name. I think if I was called April or May, maybe June or July, I don't know, I kind of like those names a bit. Maybe I'll just name a kid that instead. I don't know. I always thought I didn't like my name, but I actually do, because it's different and no one else really has it. Least favourite bodily function? I don't know if this is a bodily function, but I'm going to say it is, and I hate it. Hiccups. I don't understand the point of hiccups. Like, honestly, when I get hiccups, I get them for 2 hours straight. They just don't go away, and it really does my head in, because I normally get them if I go to the beach, and then on the travel home, I haven't got the beach air anymore. And I know hiccups are something to do with not having enough air or breathing in right or something. But every time I was on the train home with my friends, we'd go to the beach and they'd make me laugh on the train, and then I'd have hiccups and I'd have them the whole train journey. And I wouldn't get rid of them. They wouldn't go away until I got home off the train. As soon as I got off the train, boom, no hiccups. But I don't understand why that's so specific. And I don't understand why we even need hiccups. I can't stand hiccups. And some people have really weird sounding hiccups. Like Aaron, when he hiccups, he kind of like sounds like he's choking or something. He's like, ugh! And I'm like, that's not a hiccup, that's just weird. What are your thoughts on me being the leader of the entire world? Wow, that'd be crazy. Imagine if D was in charge of the whole world. Wow. I don't think that's possible first. Like, I did politics, I'm going to be a bit big nifty here. Because it would be undemocratic unless you got everyone, pretty much everyone, or a majority of people in the world to vote for you. I'd vote for you, but if you could get like at least like 80% of the whole world's population to vote for you, then you could be the leader in the entire world. But speaking hypothetically, if none of that counted, I think it would be a pretty cool world. I think you get rid of some of the really awful things that we have. So, yeah. And you're better than David Cameron, but I think that's not hard to beat. Everyone's better than David Cameron. Cats or dogs? Straight away I've got to say cats. I don't like dogs. I like Nintendogs, but I don't like dogs. Simple as. Birds or rodents? I don't know. If I'm speaking like pet-wise, I think I'd rather have a rodent because I like ferrets and stuff like that. Yeah, and birds just poop on you, so I wouldn't have. How do you feel about bats? I did like bats up until about 2 days ago when I had a dream / nightmare / really weird dream thing where I was walking home from uni and I have to go through this path that's like a woodland path like to get home. When I was going down that, I got like attacked by a bat. It didn't really attack me, it just kept flying about me like around my head and like wouldn't go away. But since that dream, I haven't liked bats. But before that, I did. So I'm kind of a bit mixed on bats at the moment. For creeps questions. Woo. Okay. If your life had a theme song, what would it be? I do not know, but it would be really boys. No! Now I know! It would be the Lazy Song by Bruno Mars. Yes, that's what it would be. What is your astrological sign and does it fit your personality? I am a Taurus, and it does fit my personality because the main things that Taurus are stubborn, that's me, protective, that's me, possessive, yes, materialistic, yes, and kind-hearted. You can decide on that one. I don't really know. Have you always been as adorable as you are now? Creep, that's so cute. No, I haven't, and I don't think I'm adorable now, but I was a bit of a little annoying kid. I used to chase after cats. I used to fall down the stairs a lot. I've never broken any bones though, but yeah, no, I think I'm quite annoying. I was always the little unfriendly one that like never really talked to anyone and would like never talk to boys and stuff, and I don't know, I've just always been a bit weird, really. What is your favourite thing and least favourite thing about working at McDonald's? Well, the least favourite thing, I'll start with that, is coming home and smelling like it if I've been in the kitchen all day, which doesn't happen to me a lot because I'm better around front. Favourite thing is probably because everyone's kind of the same age. Like, most of my mates work there, we all just kind of get along. There are some bitch people, but I guess you're going to have that everywhere. But because everyone's like 16 plus, and like the oldest person is probably like 30, but they're only like the managers. because we're all like quite the same age, we just kind of, it's all easier to get along with than like if I was working in a proper place and there could be like adults and I wouldn't know how to act really. I could still act like an idiot and get away with it at work. Do you channel your characters when writing them? Not really, but I have found that because Henrik has ADHD and my boyfriend has ADHD, if I've spent a lot of time with my boyfriend, I find it easier to write Henry's threads a lot easier. Or if I've been to Aaron's family, because Aaron's little sister has autism and so does Devon's D-days, so that kind of helps. But instead of like having to actually do that, I can just think about it and it kind of helps. But I don't really channel stuff much. I mean, after watching Merlin a lot, I can write easily for River and Alexandria because their playwrights are in there. What would be D-Day's worst nightmare and why? Wow, he is proper, like, scared of thunder. I just got a message. Woo. Like, thunder and lightning, he cannot deal with storms. Like, if he was somewhere that constantly stormed, he would actually hate it. But another one would be if something happened to his little brother, because he always looks out for his brother. And although it acts like he always thinks about himself, he, honestly, if something happened to Davy, he would fall to pieces, like, so much. Other members of his family, he ain't that bothered, but if something happened to Davy, he would be really upset. Are you afraid of the Illuminati? Well, considering it doesn't really make that much sense to me, I am not sure. I know it's something to do with the government and loads of celebrities that are kind of like part of it and stuff, but I have no clue, to be honest, so I can't really be afraid of it. How do you like your Prince William? He's the one that doesn't go out and drink and stuff, isn't he? It's quite bad that I don't know. If we're saying like, as in like, do I find him attractive? Not really. But I don't really know much about him, apart from obviously he's Diana's son, and he does loads of stuff, and he went to a posh uni in Scotland, and I don't really, sounds bad, but I don't really care about the like royal family that much. Bit of a bad Brit, I know. What if you walked into your house to find a strange man trying on your panties? I'd tell you, creep, to go back home. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I'd kind of be like, what the fuck? And then ask him to leave, and then maybe if he's really scary, I'd scream, and yeah, I'd get my dad on him or something. I don't know. I have never really thought about that situation before, but now I have. I'm quite scared. So thanks for that one. Thanks. Hello! Right, now it's time for Leisha's questions. As you can see, it's a different day. I have time travelled. No, I haven't really. I wish I could. Right, first question. Do you own a dream catcher? Well, I do, but I don't use it, so it's not very good at dream catching. I think I've got it in a drawer somewhere. Let me try and find it. Here we go. Here's my useless dream catcher. Oh shit. No, you can't see it at all. I bought it for my friend. She was doing a photo shoot for her university course. It was kind of like India. It wasn't really Indian themed, but kind of like Native American themed. It was pretty cool. Ever worn out a video from watching it so much? If yes, what was it? Do people have a right to know? I haven't. Not that I can think of. But there's this video that my boyfriend plays a lot, and I think he's worn that out. He needs to stop watching that one. It is the Diamond Sword song from Minecraft, and it is annoying. He even has it on iTunes now, which is stupid. Like, complete, it does my head in. What's your favourite scary movie? I did really, really like get attached to a haunted in Connecticut. I remember when I saw that in the cinema, I actually cried because I was so upset. I was like, no, that shouldn't have happened. But I watched House at the End of the Street recently, and I quite liked that one. I got quite attached to that one as well. So it's probably a tie-up between them two. You're in my house wanting a girls' night in. Are you down or do you kick me to the curb? I wouldn't kick you to the curb. I wouldn't kick anyone to the curb. That's just horrible. Yeah, I'd let you in. Go for it. Not that we'd really be able to do much. I mean, Aaron will be here, so it won't really be a girls' night. Lame. Favourite scent for a scented candle? There's this one's called Yankee candles. I think they're really nice. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a really nice, like, kind of like peachy pink colour one. But I can't remember the actual name of the scent. I don't really do candles much. And lastly, can you say... I know I'm going to mess this up, so... Carloa Emery Lovato. Is that right? I don't know. Time for Misfits questions. Hey Misfit. My favourite food? Probably had to be something to do with chicken. I absolutely love chicken. Honestly, I have to have like chicken something if we go out for a meal or just in general. I don't have like chicken flavoured chocolate or anything, but if there was chicken flavoured chocolate, I would have it. How did you start role playing? When I was 11, I think, I started role-playing, and it was on Neopets. That was a long time ago. I never role-played the actual, like, Neopets, probably, but I used to do, like, high school role-plays, and I used to get frozen a lot, because you're not allowed to do high school role-plays. But I did that for a good few years, and then finally got onto pro boards, like, when I was, like, 15. I think. Favourite thing about the UK? I guess the fact that it's, like, not that big. Like, how you guys, whenever you say, like, oh, I haven't been out of this state, it's because your state's pretty much, like, the whole size of the UK. Like, but the UK isn't actually that big, so I could go, like, loads of places in the UK in just, like, a few hours. It isn't really that difficult. And I'm quite close to London, so I go to London all the time, which I think is pretty cool. I know this sounds weird, but I kind of like the greyness of it, like how kind of dull some areas seem. Where I live is just a boring town with loads of stupid people with an IQ of about 10, but bypassing that, a lot of places you either get like beautiful countryside or like Deary Dray towns, and I kind of like both, so yeah, I think that's probably what I like about the UK. Describe a day in the life of Lem. Right, I'm going to describe 2 days to you because I do a uni day where I go into uni and then I do a work day where I go into work. So this is how exciting my days are. For example, Monday I go into uni, so I have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, get ready, get out the door at 7 to get the train at 7:15. The train takes about... I don't know how long, probably like an hour, and then at 8:30 I reach Stratford, and then I get off, and then I get on the Docklands Light Railway, which is like an underground line, but it's not underground, it's actually really fast, and it's really like futuristic, and I get that, and I have to get off at a stop called Canning Town, and then there's a minute between my train that I've got off and the one that's up on the higher level that I have to get in order to get to my uni. So I have to run up the stairs every morning just to get that train, and I normally make it, but sometimes I don't, and then I have to wait 5 minutes for the next one. So yeah, when I get onto that train, then I get off, get to uni. I'm in uni for about 3 hours, so when it gets to 12 I then get the DLR back. Then when I get to Stratford, I either go shopping because my train's always at 5:02, so I normally have like 20 minutes to waste. So I head into the massive shopping centre, get something to eat, and then I get the train back home. When I get back home, I then have to walk myself back because my dad's not there to pick me up. He works until like 7. And yeah, I get home and then I normally go on the laptop or do something like some coursework or something I was meant to be doing, or I go and meet my my friends or something like that, and then I wait until Aaron gets home and then we get some food and then we go to sleep. That's pretty much it. But on the day where I work, normally I just work in the evenings, so I don't have to wake up until like 2 in the afternoon, so I normally like just bum around all day. And then I get ready for work at about 4, then I walk to work, I have to walk over this field, which isn't fun. And I work, either like cooking some burgers or like serving some customers, you know, like I do. And then I normally get out at 10, and then I go back, my dad picks me up, I go home and I sleep, ready for when I have to get up at 5:30 the next day. That is pretty much what my days look like. On Saturdays though, I face paint at work. I do that for about 2 hours. It's alright, I guess. Like, it used to be fun, but now it's like December and people don't get their kids face painted, like, because it's normally raining, so it's a bit pointless, but I can't tell anyone just that. I get to do like nothing for 3 hours, so I ain't bothered. Pick 3 words to describe myself. I think I'd say useless, not because I'm crap at stuff, but because I have loads of useless information and I can ramble for like forever about pointless things that no one really cares about. I would say easily amused, but it's more like easily emotionally attached to stuff. Like, I always have an obsession with something. At the moment I absolutely love Merlin, even though it's the last series and I was like really upset. But a few years ago I used to be actually in love with Panic at the Disco, and when they split up I cried. That's kind of the level of my obsessions, that's how they go. Lazy. Definitely lazy. I really don't do much at all. And when I do, I'm then like, oh, I can't be bothered to do anything else. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for the questions.